And the ladies are off for our first of 4 races for the women's 1,000-meter semifinal. Again, we have 9 laps to go for this race. A lot of things are happening today at the Olympic Oval, so we have a number of starter guns actually with our long tack time trials. That's why we like to stagger things a bit. And just under 6 laps to go for this race. Things picking up as we hit the 500-meter mark. 2:74. Carrie Morrison currently in the lead. Now 2:66. Efremkova from Russia currently in the lead. Things getting tight around the corners. 2:66 still in the lead as we head into the final 3 laps. Efremkova still in the lead here, leading the final 2 laps, followed very closely by Courtney Schmier from Canada. .266 still in the lead with the final lap. And 2:66. Ekaterina Efremkova takes the lead in race 1 of 4 for the women's 1,000-meter semifinal. In the next race, race 2 of 4, we have Camille Dessert-Rainville from Canada. Lane number 2, Hannah Morrison from Great Britain. Lane number 3, Jamie McDonald from Canada. And lane number 4, Maria Borina from Russia. And we've raced 2 of 4 now for the women's 1,000-meter semifinal. 9 laps to go. With just under 6 laps to go. Things start picking up here at the 500-meter mark. 2:87, Rainville takes the lead with 2:62 eclipsing, or Borina from Russia in the lead now, leading into the 5 remaining laps for the race. .278, 2:62, duking it out. 2:62, Oborina currently in the lead. 3 more laps to go, folks. Oborina from Russia in the lead. 2:78 challenging. 2:62 around the corner, still in the lead with 2 laps to go. Now 2:78 eclipses Jamie McDonald in the lead. Final lap to go with Jamie McDonald from Canada in the lead. 2:78, Jamie McDonald in the lead for this race, and Jamie McDonald from Canada takes the lead in race 2 of 4 for the women's 1,000-meter semifinal. Race 3 of 4 will have Alison Desmarais from Canada in lane 1, Hanne Desmet from Belgium in lane 2, and Anastasia Surkova from Russia in lane 3. And this is race 3 of 4 for the ladies 1,000 meter semifinal. And we have 9 laps to go for this race. 3 of 4 races for the women's 1,000 meter semifinal. With just under 6 laps to go. Things starting to pick up for the last 500 meters. Russia challenging Canada. 2:57 Desmet from Belgium. Sorry, my mistake. Takes the lead. .257 still in the lead. Final lap to go. 2:57 Surkova from Russia in the lead. And 2:57 skater Anastasia Surkova takes the lead in race 3 of 4 for the ladies 1,000 meter semifinal. Coming up, final race, 4 of 4. We have 2 skaters. Lane number 1, Sam Morrison, and lane number 2, Isabelle Carrier, for this last race in the ladies 1,000 meter. And the ladies are off for race 4 of 4 for the women's 1,000 meter semifinal. 2 skaters in this race, 9 laps total. Things heating up here before we hit into the 500 meter mark. Just under 4 laps to go, folks. Just under 2 laps to go. Heading into the final lap. Final lap. And Isabelle Carrier takes the lead in the race 4 of 4 for the women's 1,000 meter semifinal. Coming up, we have 5 races for the men's 1,000 meter semifinal, 5 races in total. Sorry, my mistake, 6 races. 6 races. In race number 1, we'll have Daniil Ebog from Russia. In lane number 2, we'll have Artem Derkach from Russia. Lane number 3, Antoine Ra from Canada. And lane number 4, Cale Hillis from Canada. This is race 1 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. And the gentlemen are off in this first of 6 races for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal here at the short track Inter-Continental Invitational at the University of Calgary Olympic Oval. 1 of 6 races, each race being 9 laps total for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. And just under 6 laps to go. As we head in slowly to the 500-meter mark. Skater 279, Cale Hillis, currently in the lead. Taken over by Russia, 265, Abog from Russia, currently in the lead. 265 still in the lead from Russia, and we have an injury, or we have a crash. 265 still in the lead with just under 2 laps to go. Final lap. With 285 challenging 265. We have skater 265, Daniel Abog from Russia, taking the lead in race 1 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. In race number 2, we'll have Jacob McKenzie in lane 1, Gert Jan Gomin from Belgium, Ari Richards from Canada, and Jens Alme in lane number 4 from Belgium. And rough. Race number 2 of 6, the men's 1,000-meter semifinal here at the short track Inter-Continental Invitational. 9 laps total for this race. This is race 2 of 6, the men's 1,000 meters semifinal. Just heading in slowly to the last 500 meters, to the 500-meter sprint. Things start heating up. Skater 298, Jen Zelme from Belgium in the lead. Skater 298 still in the lead. Skater 298 still holding the lead. Being challenged by skater 275, Jacob McKenzie. Jacob McKenzie from Canada taking the lead with only 2 laps to go. Jacob McKenzie still in the lead, approaching the final lap. 1 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen, 1 lap to go. With Jacob McKenzie from Canada in the lead. And Jacob McKenzie takes the lead in race 2 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. Coming up, race number 3, Alphonse Ouimet in lane 1. Alexander Shulganov from Russia in lane 2. Keegan Christ from Canada in lane 3. And Stijn Desmet from Belgium in lane number 4. And the gentlemen are off for race 3 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal here at the short track Inter-Continental Invitational. This is race 3 of 6, 9 laps to go. Slowly approaching the halfway mark at 500 meters as the skaters head in towards a sprint. Skater 296, Stijn Desmet in the lead. With skater 281, Keegan Christ challenging, taking the lead. Christ is still in the lead. 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, 4 laps to go. 296 challenging 281, still a tight race. 296. Belgium takes the lead. Challenged again by Christ, who's now back in the lead. 281 still in the lead. Keegan Christ still in the lead. With 1 lap to go, Keegan Christ still taking the lead. Being challenged by the Russians. And Chris takes the lead. That's Keegan Christ from Canada taking the lead in race 3 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter. Coming up, race 4 of 6. We have 3 skaters. Hayden Meyer in lane 1, Einar Agdestein from Norway in lane 2, and Jesse Sluiser from Canada in lane 3. And race 4 of 6 is off for the gentlemen's 1,000-meter semifinal. It's race 4 of 6. 9 laps to go at today's short track Intercontinental Invitational. Remember, you can watch everything online as well at our YouTube channel at The Olympic Oval. Live streaming for today's event. Slowly heading into the final 500-meter stretch. Skater 284 in the lead. Skater 284, Agdestein from Norway, being challenged. And we have a crash. Skater 271, Jesse Sluzard. And we're going to have a restart. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having a restart for race 4 of 6 for the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. And the gentlemen are off again for race 4 of 6. This is a restart from the previous race. Race 4 of 6, we're doing a restart here. Sorry, a re-race. 9 laps to go in race 4 of 6 at the short track Intercontinental Invitational. Things picking up here as we head into the final 500 meters. 284 from Norway in the lead. Being challenged by 276, Hayden Mayer from Canada. And Jesse Sluzer from Canada taking the lead. Jesse Kerr in the lead with just 2 laps to go. Final lap to go. Jesse Sluzer from Canada currently in the lead. And Jesse Sluzer wins this race here. Race 4 of 6 in the men's 1,000 meter. Coming up, race number 5 of 6. 3 skaters. We've got Carter Chambers in lane 1, Artem Denisov from Russia in lane 2, and Reno Van Horen from Belgium in lane number 3. And this is race 5 of 6 in the men's 1,000 meter semifinal. 5 of 6 here at the Short Track Inter-Continental Invitational. 9 laps to go. Remember, you can watch us live online for the entire weekend on our YouTube channel, The Olympic Oval. Just heading in here to the final 500 meters. Skater 268 Denisov from Russia taking the lead. With just 4 laps to go, Denisov still in the lead. Followed close behind by Chambers and Van Horen. Denisov still in the lead with just over 2 laps to go. .268 still in the lead. Approaching the final lap. Final lap to go, folks. Artem Denisov still in the lead. And Denisov takes the lead here in race number 5 of 6 for the men's 1,000 meter semifinal. Coming up, the final race, 6 of 6. We have 2 skaters, Ward Petra from Belgium in lane number 1 and Alexander Koval from Russia in lane number 2. And this is the final race, 6 of 6 for the men's 1,000 meter semifinal. 9 laps to go between these 2 skaters. Be sure to watch us online the entire weekend if you're unable to come to the Olympic Oval. We are available on our exclusive YouTube channel, The Olympic Oval. You don't want to go to the Richmond Olympic Oval because they don't have speed skating, so make sure you go to the Olympic Oval here in Calgary. Reaching the midway point, 500 meters to go. Just under 2 laps to go. Between 264 and 296. Final lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap to go. With 264, Alexander Koval taking the lead. And 264 takes the lead in heat 6 of 6 of the men's 1,000-meter semifinal. In the 2 races ago, in race number 4 of 6, we had skater 276, a penalty for impeding, and skater 284 has advanced. We will be continuing our races in approximately 16 minutes. We'll be heading into the men's and women's finals for the 1,000-meter. So be sure to come back in 15 minutes. Feel free to grab a cup of coffee, go for the washroom. We'll see you back in 15 minutes here at the Short Track Intercontinental Invitational at the University of Calgary Olympic Oval.